Joining me now from Kiev is France 24's Gulliver Cragg. What more do we know about these explosions in Transnistria, Gulliver? Do we have any idea as to who was responsible?
Well, first of all, there's been a fourth explosion that was confirmed by Moldova's president in a briefing a little earlier. That was at the airfield near Tiraspol, the capital of the breakaway Republic of Transnistria, which also has Russian forces stationed there. It's worth reminding viewers, since 1992, so technically it's actually occupied by Russia. Now, the Ukrainian officials have been quick to blame Russia for these explosions, describing them as provocations engineered by the Russian FSB. Maia Sandu, the Moldovan president, was a lot more guarded. She said that the hypothesis that they were looking into most closely was that these were the results of internal friction within different clans within Transnistria, members of which may have a vested interest in destabilizing the situation there. And Maia Sandu called on Moldovans not to give in to these provocations and on the media to be very careful in what they were reporting about them and not jumping to conclusions. Though she also said that Moldova would be reinforcing security along the border with the breakaway region of Transnistria.
And in other news, there are reports of a bridge being blown up by the Russians just south of Moldova in southern Ukraine. What more can you tell us about that?
Yes, and this is something that the Ukrainians, of course, think is part and parcel of a Russian attempt to destabilize things all around that southwestern region of Ukraine. But we can't be sure whether or not these incidents are related. But the one bridge, basically, that leads from Odessa to the southwesternmost corner of Ukraine has reportedly been damaged and closed. Due to this damage, it's not clear whether or not it's going to be reparable and whether or not it will be open again anytime soon. And if it is not, that is very, very bad news, particularly for Ukrainian grain exporters, because they had been transporting grain in large quantities to the river port of Reni, which, with all of Ukraine's seaports currently out of use, was the only port that they could really use in order to export their grain. Although the capacity of Reni is far less than what's needed, it had reportedly been a hive of activity recently as Ukrainian grain exporters were trying to load their grain onto barges there from where it can be transported to the Romanian port of Constanța. So if that no longer can continue, it's another huge blow to Ukraine's already reeling agricultural sector.
Gulliver Cragg reporting there from Kiev. Thank you.